damn line judge is right there to see the pass, saying the ball hit the ground. I mean, that was just completely bogus.
Terry.
I'm gonna tell you what. Hold on a second. Let me call my buddy Jerome real quick, okay? You got a minute?
Yeah.
Hey
sure.
guys, you got a minute? I'm gonna call my buddy Jerome. I think y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm gonna say, let me call him up real quick.
Let's give him a call.
Let's give him a call. Hold on. Let me dial this number real quick.
Hello?
Hello, is this Jerome? This is Terry from the Group and Gator Fan Show and Swamp Talk. I was wondering if you could talk to us about how much you paid to some of our refs last night. Oh, well, it looks like we got disconnected. But anyway, thanks, Melissa, for connecting that call for us. But anyway, Jordan Barnes did a great job. And I don't know why Jerome didn't want to talk to us, but hey, anyway.
I think he's...
No last names involved.
Yeah, he probably hasn't woken up yet.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he had a hard night after losing all his money paying them refs.
That's it.
But anyway, getting on to our key success here, he was one of the integral parts, like I was saying earlier. And, some situations included a 17-yard pass that was a sweep.
Oh,
right to the end,
God, it was pretty.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and it was laid in there perfect. And he just turned around, jumped over the defender's head, caught it, and just landed softly in the end zone. Good play. I was impressed with his ability tonight, man. And that's all I can say about him.
Well, I'll tell you, going back to the first half, that was the last play of the first half, and that put us up 2 scores, and we started out strong. We ran 3 consecutive drives of 80, 80, and 94 in the first half on 44 plays, and that was we kind of set the tone there. But I'll tell you what, Somerville came out in the second quarter, or I should say the third quarter, and outscored us 10-0, which is generally our strength. But that kind of made it a close ball game, and we were all kind of on the edges of our seats. But as usual, Coach Reedy and the boys and the coaching staff, we got us another win.
Okay. You finished?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Anyway, number 4, Tyree Johnson. I'm just going to tell you right now, this kid's got some serious talent. He is a junior, though, but he has been working. He's pretty good.
Oh, are you serious?
Pretty good.
Tyreek is, oh, man. I'm looking forward to him. That's all I can say. He is something else.
Yeah, he's got great coaching behind him, and I was impressed by his ability to pull out the, out of would-be tacklers, and also to have the presence of mind to turn it upfield, when he needed to. And credit, like I said, to his coaching staff and this young man's focus. He just keeping his eye on the prize,
And by the way, as I always say, and you would think this is coming from a quarterback, but it all starts with the offensive line, with a good running back and a good running game. And kudos to the Gators offensive line, the LOS, making holes for Caleb and Tyreek and Evan. It starts with them. So
Yep, and my number 5, of course. There's a bunch of them on here, but I can't just give credit to everybody, which I pretty much am. But I just wanted to individualize each one of them so that way they know that we saw what he was doing. Evan McField and Mac Truck. We got Mac Truck running out there. We're going to start calling him the enforcer, just for the simple fact. He just softened up the middle of that defense with some really good crushing blows up the middle. And when he turned it up, for the corners, he was blocking, just knocking people over on their butts. And of course you can coach that, but to actually go out there and actually physically do it, it's 2 different things. And he's finally coming around to that, and he's doing a great job there, blocking for our tailbacks and such like that. Especially if there's like a I guess you want to call a rollout pass or a bootleg, whatever you want to call it. He goes out there in the flats and knocks crap out of somebody. It's awesome.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was clearly the most physical football game that we played. The Somerville was hitting, we were hitting, and to have a fullback like the Mack Truck to be able to play in a ball game like that is crucial.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest tests we had so far this year.
I agree.
And it's good to see that passing test because there's a lot of people that are going to throw that same stuff at us all year long. Trust me.
Absolutely.
All right, my number 6, and this is the last one on offense, is the line of scrimmage, LOS. I'm just going to give a shout out to these guys for keeping the blitz happy Somerville defense pretty much at bay. There was a couple times he got pressured, but like I said, he had the presence of mind to look in the pocket, that presence in pocket kind of deal, and was able to get out before any big damage happened. But anyway, I mean, they helped them make the plays along the way, and Kalen Ritchie also, toward the end zone, that one first, second drive, to keep the drive alive, coming off the edge there on a tight end and catching that ball for first down.
Absolutely.
Crucial.
Yeah, crucial.
But,
there was a lot of crucial points in that ball game. It was that thing could have gone either way. And but Goose Creek football, we generally, when those situations come up, we generally make the right calls. And again, coaching staff, players, hard-fought environment last night, that's for sure.
It definitely was, and like I said, if anybody don't believe that, go to a Somerville game, go to a Somerville Goose Creek game of recent, and just how many people were there last night. I hardly got a voice left over just because I was shouting. It's one of the most exciting games I've been to in a little while, and I really, like I said, I really don't like blowout games, but I don't like them that close either. So.
Yeah, it was a little too close to comfort there.
The first half, yeah. But after we took control of the game and started, dictating how we wanted it to go, we did pretty good. I mean, we just rolled on out there and did what we had to do, and pretty much smashed them in the mouth. Which, I mean, just goes back to the coaching. So they did a good job out there, guys. Good job.
We had two big runs in the fourth quarter, which helped out a lot. Because, it was 21-17 there before Tyreek went off and Caleb went off. So, again, our running backs, they're awesome. I mean, what can you say about them? Goose Creek has running good running backs every year.
Yep.
Good fullbacks.
Yep. And, that's pretty much all our offense right there. Now I'm getting on the defense, right?
Let's do some defense.
My number one, Omar McCray.
Fly around the ball, McCray. I'm giving him the nickname, all right?
What are you going to call him?
Omar the Fly McCray.
The Fly?
The Fly.
I don't know, man. Fly?
He flies around the ball. He's all over. I mean,
I get what you're saying. Fly guy. We call him Fly guy. The Fly guy McCray, huh? He played an exceptional game, man. I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, definitely. He was all over the ball. I mean, defended the long ball, so we wouldn't have, too many Somerville, bombs. Because that's all they were throwing toward the end.
He was making great plays. Somerville threw the ball a lot, and their quarterback Sawyer Bridges has a nice arm, and they targeted Omar quite a bit, and he was success.
Stepped it up.
Yeah, stepped it up for sure.
Rose to the occasion and rose to the challenge, and I'm gonna tell you, this boy right here is a beast when it comes to open tackle and open field tackling. I just love to see this guy tackle. As he picks him up and just slams him on the ground. I mean, he does. It's a textbook form tackle.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome.
It's nothing dirty. Nope.
Yeah, number 2 on my defensive list is Dalen Julius. He was a force in the center of the Gator D, being a linebacker. Okay,
Dalen is awesome.
Yeah, and he stymied the Somerville's run game in the middle, which was part of the defense, and the whole center core of that defensive line and the your linebacker core. I mean, they stymied the defense on the inside. Or stymied the running game on the inside, which was good. That's what we were supposed to do anyway.
Yeah, they didn't really run the ball too much on us. I mean,
the first couple series they run the ball.
But other than that, we settled down. I mean, the little gravy that they made was throwing the football, but they were just throwing little baby outs. I mean, it wasn't.
I mean, we our bend but don't break. Defensive philosophy.
100%.
Held in. So, but anyway, he was just all over. Throughout the game. So, here's 3 more names I'm just going to mention real quick, okay? You got Devin Brown, Daquan White, and Javon Kinlaw.
Brick Wall.
Yeah, Brick Wall White. These guys doing their job, you got Javon Kinlaw in there. He made that, fumble recovery on that bad snap or that bad pitch exchange to the sweep running back for Somerville. Got the ball back for us, even though we eventually lost it, on a fumble anyway. But it doesn't matter. The point is, I'm just giving these guys some recognition just because they played their butts off.
Oh my God!
Against a talented, very young, talented Somerville team.
I mean, if you want to look at it this way, the defense actually won that ball game because when it was 21-17 and we gave the ball up early, late in the game, they stepped up and held Somerville to a 4-and-out. I mean, Caleb went on the long run to seal the deal, but
kudos to the defense.
I
always say that about the defense, but Coach Kander and
Chris Kander's doing a good job.
Yeah, Coach Kander out there, and then you also got Anyway. Coach Bowers out there also. I'm sorry about that, Coach Bowers, but anyway, both of them doing an excellent job, showing up that defensive line. You got Coach Hoff out there for the secondary. I mean, he was doing adjustments the whole game. He was doing a good job.
Well, he had to. I mean, Summerhill was throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah,
Did I ever tell you that?
They would switch back and forth between just running the veer and then going up to pistol formation.
Yep.
Trying to confuse us, but. They got it down toward the end and then shut them down. That's all. That's what it's all about.
That's
anyway.
in-game adjustments.
Okay, so getting on to our next segment here. But anyway, before we do that, I'm gonna read a commercial for one of our sponsors here. And now, let me say right now, our next portion is going to be about Goose Creek versus Fort Dorchester. Okay. All right. Anyway, guys, this portion of our show is brought to you by Dragonfly Creations for all your crochet. All your crochet needs, festive wreaths, and or any other party kind of deal, I guess you want to say. Make sure to contact Pam at 843-991-2773. She'll be more than glad to take care of any of your needs for festive wreaths, crochet. I don't know why I have a problem saying that word, but anyway, crochet, or any other kind of needs as far as party gear or anything like that, be more than glad to call her. She takes care of everybody she talks to, and she does an excellent job on what she does. But anyway,
I can attest to that, by the way. Pam and everybody at the Dragonfly Creations, they're professional staff, and they're doing really good. Now, if you want to call the show, it's 843-730-1534. We'd like to hear from you. We only got a few minutes left, so if you want to call in.
We're going to do a two-part show on this.
Oh, we're going to do two. We're going to do a double-header today. There you go, fans. You're going to get two.
You're getting a double dose today, right?
Double dose of Swan.
Because I got so much crap there that I got to talk about.
Let's do it.
Anyway, Goose Creek versus Fort Dorchester. Okay, Goose Creek comes in this game at 3-0. Our points per game are 167. We've scored 167 points in the 3 games we've played so far. We only allowed 75 points. Fort Dorchester's 2-1. They have scored 110 points in their 3 games and allowed 54. Our common opponents, we have 0 common opponents right now, just being so early in the season. Goose Creek's coming off a win versus Somerville, 34-17. Of course, we just discussed that. And Fort Dorchester is coming off a loss to Stratford, 26-13. The last couple of meetings between these two squads have been heated. Nonetheless, with last year's game going to the Gators by a score of 56-14.
Yeah.
And that was at Bagwell Stadium, okay? So some interesting stats for the Fort D game that just passed. Their quarterback, Kobe Garrett, okay, accounted for 241 yards of their total offense, okay? So that just tells me that he was either on the run all night or he's a good passer, but let's put it this way. He was 13 for 17 on his passing rating, okay?
That's pretty high percentage.
And he had 2 touchdowns on the ground. So something tells me this guy, I mean, the only 2 touchdowns the Fort Dorchester scored was him running in the end zone.
Yeah, he sounds like he's a double threat quarterback. Run the ball, throw the ball. And again, Fort D's only lost 1 game. They lost it last night to Stratford, and Stratford is kind of the team that everybody thinks is going to compete with us for region supremacy. But Fort Dorchester played them hard, and so we'll see what happens. It's going to be a tough ball game. Pretty much all of our ball games are tough.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 4A football here, so you got to be able to bring your game every day.
Yeah. And like I was saying, like 127 of his yards were passing, and he ran the ball 22 attempts for 114 yards. So, yeah, I know, I see. And this is no BS. I mean, this guy's going to be a definite threat as far as running quarterback. Okay.
Well, I mean, we're going to have to make adjustments, just like in the Somerville game. We're going to have to, deal with the running quarterback. We didn't have one last night. It was a pocket passer, and we adjusted on that. And if we got a dual threat quarterback, we'll make our moves on that as well.
Yeah, and he was the only Patriot to cross the goal line, of course.
Yep. So there you go.
So we just need to keep an eye on him. None of the receivers seem to be able to catch the ball, from what I understand. But anyway, well, we're going to go ahead and click off to this one and start.